Let's talk about Captain America: Brave New World. Just to give you a forewarning, I'm not the biggest Marvel nerd. I'm what you call a casual. I know that term definitely is in reference to the UFC, but you can apply it to me here when it comes to Marvel today. I've seen about 99% of the movies. I'll be honest, I'm not well kept when it comes to the TV shows, and I definitely didn't read the comics. Very millennial of me. So the movie starts off with Thaddeus Ross being the new president. He is the Hulk hunter after all. Essentially, he sends Captain America and Falcon to Mexico, and he ends up running into the Sidewinder. And you know what? You're gonna have to watch the movie to figure out that whole storyline, okay? Captain America arrives back. Him and the Falcon train with Isaiah. Why is this important? I'm going to let you know. So at this event, Ross wants to explain what this new material antimatum is that all of these countries are going to want to have. What's going to be discussed here is a peace treaty so that these countries don't compete in an arms race. This is important. And this resource is found on Celestial Island. If you know what Celestial Island is, you know. During this press conference, it is very integral and key to the story that this random song starts playing, and guess what? There's nothing good to come out of it. Somebody tries to take the president's life, and that is Isaiah and another individual. But luckily, there's like a force field or a shield protecting the president. And this creates a frenzy amongst all the other nations that create distrust with the United States. Meanwhile, Captain America doesn't believe Isaiah to be the one to be guilty. He knows there's something deeper. Throughout research, Captain America and the Falcon do go to this location where they find out who is in charge of all of this manipulation. They find out there's a bit of mind control going on. So the reason why Stern is doing all of this mass manipulation will be up to you to figure out. So definitely go watch the movie in order to figure out what the intent is behind it. The reason why I wanted to get to the point where you learn that Stern is behind this mind control is because I want to parallel it to today's society. There's a lot of weird parallels in this movie to modern day. For example, the president himself is a man-child. I'll be honest about that. I don't give a fuck. That's just my point of view. You can agree, you can disagree. I don't give a shit. Obviously, you can tell by the trailer that Harrison Ford is the Red Hulk in this movie. And how does the Hulk become the Hulk? When he throws a tantrum. Maybe today's president doesn't really have control on his emotions. And I'm not speaking of Elon Musk. This Captain America is black. There's a point in the movie where Captain America is saying that he cannot make any mistakes, that there's a lot of pressure on his shoulders. And I believe this is a reflection on what it is to be black in America, especially at the highest level. There is no room for error. Meanwhile, today's current president can literally do whatever he wants, and people will still glaze the shit out of him. I don't only just want to do movie reviews on this channel. I kind of want to be myself and talk about things that matter to me. And you know what? Black History Month is here to stay, whether the federal government wants to take it away or not. Spoiler alert. So there's a point in the movie where Stern ends up manipulating Ross to the point where Japan and the US are literally in conflict with one another, pushing them away from the treaty overall. I wanted to parallel this to today with a lot of these weird things going on in the news when you can kind of see how America is currently pushing its allies away. So this is a very strange parallel that they're showcasing in the movie that I thought I'd bring up. Captain America makes a lot of jokes about how he should have taken the serum, but he doesn't want to take the serum because, I won't tell you this part, I'm spoiling a little bit here, but there's a character that lets him know that the old Captain America was somebody that people needed as a hero, and that the new Captain America is somebody who people strive to be, and a lot of people should strive to be heroes in today's society. I thought that was very humanizing. I thought that was a very good point in the movie that I personally liked. If anybody cries that this movie's too woke or DEI, you can go suck yourself off. In those reviews, do be reviewing. And I'll be the first one to tell you, just because the reviews aren't good doesn't mean you shouldn't go see the movie. I would say definitely go see this movie if you're a Marvel fan. And if you're not big into going to the theaters, definitely watch it on Disney+. I'll just let you guys know too, I'm not the biggest fan of Captain America. The character itself, the original Captain America, was probably one of my least favorites because, as you could tell, I like to swear. And one of the cringiest moments for me is when he tries to tell Iron Man not to swear.
Shit! Language!
And I low-key fucks with Iron Man, and I fucks with Spider-Man, and I fucks with Thor. So I kind of went in like not super excited about this film just because I don't like the character Captain America all that much. But you know what, Anthony Mackie? I think it's important to have a black Captain America now because during a time like this, we need heroes that represent us. If you don't know my ethnicity, half Cambodian, half white. I am a person of color, and I believe the representation is important to me at least. Maybe not to everyone else, but I think it's really cool to have a black Captain America, just like when there was a black Spider-Man. I thought that was super sick too. So in a world where they're trying to take away individuality and get rid of DEI, I think it's important that this Captain America exists. I want to talk about my top 5 favorite movies with leading black actors just because it is Black History Month and we will celebrate Black History Month. On Netflix, The 688, Hidden Figures on Disney+, Black Klansman, American Fiction, The Last Black Man in San Francisco. These are all great movies I'd highly recommend watching if you've not already watched them. If you want me to review any other movies, please comment down below what movie you want me to review next. And if you want me to go in depth with those top 5, please let me know as well because those were some of my favorite watches over the last couple of years. So comment down below if you want me to do an analysis of those top 5 movies that I mentioned earlier.